Passionate about music.
Delighted to welcome Rita Campbell and Marc JB to Gaydar Towers. Hello.
Roger, hello.
How are you?
Marriott.
Very good, thank you very much.
Good to see you. Love it. Now, I've seen you both singly, but not together. Is that because you're
Don't tell his
collaborating?
missus, he won't be very happy, will she?
I didn't want to suggest anything. So, are you working together? Have you got material coming out along with the...
Well, we teamed up, haven't we, recently?
We have teamed up quite a bit. We met at the Miami WMC 3 years ago at the back of the Raleigh Hotel. It was
it
a
3
splendid
years
affair.
ago?
Maybe it was 4.
Blimey.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
we had a
remember
right
I was
laugh.
staggering around the back of the swimming pool.
was very drunk.
Trying to avoid crazy people, myself being one. And bumped into Rita, and we got chit-chatting and realised that actually there was a whole plethora of things that we could do together.
And also the connection was Catherine Ellis.
Well,
because,
yeah,
of course,
the last
Catherine
time I saw
Ellis.
you was
Catherine
Catherine,
Ellis is a
wasn't
very good friend of mine, obviously singer with Bimbo Jones. So that's the connection, really. And we've been writing and doing stuff since. And from that, I then introduced Simon Bartholomew from the Brand New Heavies, who I work with, towards the Marc direction, and there's another project there which I'm sure we'll talk about. Yes,
Fantastic.
Yeah, lots of
There's
projects.
So much
it's always like an octopus.
I mean, both your CVs, collectively are huge anyway. I mean, you've worked with a lot of divas, Marc, because you've had, like we say, Catherine Ellis with Bimbo Jones, Angie Brown, of course, as well, just recently.
Yeah.
And now Rita.
I know, amazing.
A Rita diva.
Notice I'm at the bottom of the list there, you see.
Now, your CV, Rita, of course, very impressive as well.
Thanks, love.
Brand New Heavies. BVs, as they call it in the industry.
Off on tour with them next week, actually. We're off around, got some really nice dates off to St. Petersburg and Estonia, France and places, so that's good, off with them. I've been doing that for many, many years. Nice little sideline, apart from being a diva, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah. How did that start? How did you get to work with the Brand New Heavies?
Oh, God, I started to work with them about 12 years ago. I was doing backing vocals for Carleen Anderson, and I was touring with the band that was supporting them, and they poached me. I got poached. That's how I became the backing vocalist for the Brand New Heavies.
Nice to get poached.
I do like getting poached.
Good for the ego.
Nice.
I have to say, I've seen Rita on stage, and she is absolutely fabulous.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
Can't take your eyes off her.
I've never seen you before.
Haven't you?
I'm terrible to admit that, but I've never seen you before. I've heard you perform, obviously, but never seen you.
Oh, well, you'll be seeing me later
I
on.
will be. Looking forward
During
to it.
our acoustic set.
Now, you wrote Stomp as well, the Steps track, which was number 1, wasn't it?
Yes, I did.
Not a lot of people know that.
Not
either,
all on my
I
own.
think.
I did write it with 2 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I co-wrote that track. I was one of the writers at PWL, Pete Waterman's place, and so I was lucky and fortunate enough to get involved with the writers there. Wrote that track, and it was a number 1, which is brilliant.
It's a great track as well.
Thank you very much.
Performing it here?
Yeah, I was going to perform it because while they're on tour at the minute, and I just thought, okay, well, seeing as they're current again, I might as well bring that up. So I thought, do a live lounge, might as well do my number 1.
Yeah.
Why not?
I
On
once saw
tour.
Kathy Dennis perform I Can't Get You Out of My Head at the Albert Hall.
Oh, brilliant.
This is for you, Rita performing Steps.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
why not?
Brilliant. And of course, Claire having her poor
She got stuck.
malfunction.
She got stuck in a pod,
in
didn't
that
she?
pod. Has that kind of thing ever happened to you?
I've fallen off a few stages. I've fallen through... I have actually fallen down a whole flight of stairs on
Is that
camera.
alcohol induced?
No, yeah, definitely, totally alcohol. I fell off a stage wearing reindeer ears once as well. I've fallen through lots of things, yeah.
At the end of the credits, it says Stunts by
Stunts
Rita
by...
Campbell.
Oh, I think it said stunts.
What about Bimbo Jones as well, Marc? Because I heard through the grapevine that there's an album coming.
Yes,
you're working
very
on.
exciting. We've been working really hard on that, me and my very good friend Lee Dagger. That's been a couple of years in the pipeline. Featured mostly on the album is Catherine Ellis, the fantastic diva friend of ours, Catherine Ellis.
Well, it'd be rude not to use Catherine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we've also got other people, Beverly Knight, Blake Lewis from American X Factor, Grandma Funk. We've got a track with Cyndi Lauper, but that's 50-50 if we use that at the moment because we're just waiting for vocals. We're not sure it'll be here in time for the album, but we have an amazing bunch of artists, brilliant tracks, and we just can't wait to get it out. And we have a single that's out to kick the whole thing off with Ida Core.
Yes, we're playing it.
I was bopping to that last night while you were on air.
Yeah.
I sent him a text. I was cooking me stir fry.
Yeah, very exciting. That started off as an instrumental that we did called Questions, which is just a real thumping electro tune raising the roofs of clubs. And Ego Music in Italy have picked it up, and they got Ida Core to put the most outrageous vocal on top, and that's currently doing very well on promotion.
It's great that you've got a mixture of artists as well singing, because of course Catherine performed all the tracks on the last album.
Yes.
So you've got a real mixture of
artists. We've gone for this direction because of all our remixing. We have fantastic industry connections to all these artists, so it works for everybody, because we have the core of the album with Catherine, so that keeps everybody happy who had the last album, and also we bring in all these other artists, and of course when you bring in someone like Grandma Funk, she has 20,000 Facebook fans and her networks throughout the world. Everybody Googling her, Googles onto the Bimbo Jones album, and that brings a lot of energy into the whole thing.
Looking forward to hearing it. Rita, you have a nickname, a Rita Diva.
Oh, a Rita Diva. That started up from a Catherine. Yes, Kathleen.
Is there a competition with female acts to be the biggest diva?
I'm actually OC Diva. That is actually my name.
Diva.
I am the OC Diva.
That's genius.
Yes, of course. Catherine is another name, but we keep that to ourselves, of course. We are the divas. We have the Diva Collective.
What diva traits do you have? Are you difficult when you're on tour?
I'm a pain in the arse.
Do you have luxuries that you require?
No luxuries. Vodka is my vice. I like to make sure it must be vodka. If there isn't vodka, I've got to have 3 shots before I go on.
Champagne?
Actually, champagne and vodka
Bubbles.
is my thing. I'm a bit of a stress bucket, so I have to have everything organised, and I'm very checklisty. I'm a pain in the arse. So yes, that does qualify me as a big diva, I suppose.
And I'm not going to leave you out, Mark, either. Are you a diva? Have you been known to be a bit of a diva?
If things aren't going my way, I'll throw my stuff out of the pram.
I like to hear a few tantrums.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What would you say are your career highlights so far? Because, I mean, you've both had such an amazing career.
Oh, it's so difficult. There's so many things. One recent thing that's really rocked my boat is I've done a chill out album of a Indian artist called Rahul Sharma, who did an album with Kenny G, the saxophonist, and I got a phone call asking me to do a chill out remix of the album. And it was very exciting because I received the package from Mumbai with all the stems, and then I was talking to Mumbai in the morning and LA, where the record company is Concord, who deal with Kenny G, in the evening. So you would wake up in the morning and there would be messages between Mumbai and LA, everyone who'd been talking, and it all got signed off 2 weeks ago, and that's going to be released worldwide.
Exciting. And you've done something similar, the Unclubbed album.
Well, I did the Unclubbed
Which is chill out,
album.
isn't it?
Yes, very chill out. I'm going to be performing a track from my track off the Unclubbed album, Where Love Lives.
Brilliant.
In the live
a great version.
But funny you should say Kenny G. He was my neighbour. I went out. Get this.
Spooky small world.
It's a bit like, it was like being in an episode of Stella Street. It was mad. Went out to LA to do some writing, and my lady who lived opposite me was a woman called Julia Roberts, and the guy next door to her, 4 doors down, was Kenny G.
Amazing.
And Sean Penn at the end of the road. I was and Bob Dylan at the back of the house. It was amazing.
In your element.
Oh, I loved it.
It's lovely to see you both.
And you, Phil.
And we're very much looking forward to seeing you perform as well.
Can't wait.
Come back soon. Come back.
Will
to
do.
Gaydar.
Cheers, Phil. Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
Thank
love.
you.
Cheers.
Passionate about music.